Hello, folks. We're back again for a spooky season playthrough, and we're gonna play something that I don't pull out very often. This game has been frustrating for some folks because it's kind of difficult. It is not the easiest game to play. It is cooperative, and it does have magnets.
Yeah, it did pique my interest just because it does look like a very unique game. I've never played it. Sean's going to explain it to me today as we play.
I do have a painted review if you want to get a closer look at all these miniatures and stuff and kind of get an overall, like a quicker explanation. But we're actually going to play it, which is something quite different. If you know this game and I mess up the rules, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. It's fairly simple, but the nature of playthroughs means that I will always miss a rule at some point.
Have some issues, yeah.
And I think I've done pretty good with the setup here. The only thing I have left to do with the setup is to distribute a card, which will be sort of a special ability that we will look up in the rulebook in a few minutes.
All right.
All right. So here's yours. There's none of that pick two. No, you got that one.
Is it secret?
No.
No, it's okay. So we're totally. Is this totally co-op?
Yeah, it's totally co-op.
Okay.
We play it open-handed if you want.
Okay.
In fact, that'll make it easier probably to follow along.
Okay.
So I'm Matt, and I got 2 black cards. And you're Casper, and you've got, well, it's like an avocado coming out of a flower. I'm not sure what that means.
I think it looks like map movement.
Oh, yeah, it looks like you're moving one of the memories around or something.
Perhaps,
well, we'll look these up in just a second so we got a better understanding of what they do.
Did you go over the general theme of what we're doing with the game?
No, so what it is this is sort of a Stranger Things kind of vibe.
Okay.
I think it came out before Stranger Things. Maybe not. It's hard to remember now. It's been a long time ago.
Who stole whose IP?
Yeah, this was real early on in the Kickstarter stuff. And, you know, Stranger Things has been out for a while too. But it's really got that same kind of feel, that upside down feel.
All upside down.
Old upside down feel.
Yeah.
So, what's going on with this is we are all. Now, I have not read all the lore. I notoriously don't read. Okay. So this has tons and tons of lore that explains the story very in-depthly. And I have not read it. But from what I understand...
For the game, damn it.
From what I understand, there's a guy called Billy Goat who's this big ugly guy with the horns and stuff. And he's trying to gather our souls. And... we're kind of kids, the kids on bikes kind of thing, the Stand By Me kids, you know, we're all
Goonies or
yeah,
whatever.
the Goonies.
Yeah.
So we're all kind of, one of our buddies has disappeared into this world, and we're sort of channeling our spirit to try and bring him home. So I guess we're sort of having a seance.
Okay.
On the outside, and these these magnets that represent us are all the kids. Our influence on this world. We're kind of positive, we're trying to guide this sort of spirit version of ourselves to all the memories. And once we collect all of our friends' memories, then he'll come back to life.
Yeah, you're trying to kind of reconnect him back to who he was or something like that.
Yeah, his consciousness has been spread throughout this whole underworld.
Very
so,
cool.
So like all great games, there's 3 ways to lose. So,
okay.
One way is we run out of these cards,
okay,
which we'll be using to move. So we're going to need to get them, and they'll end up distributed into here too.
Okay.
I'll explain that in a minute. The other way we can lose is if we accidentally guide our compass into one of these obstacles. So you see, there's some obstacles. If our compass has to end its turn inside of one of those, then we lose instantly.
Okay. Wow.
If we run over these memories, then we get to add them up here. They have we don't know which ones of these they are. They all have like a special kind of one-time superpower thing that they can do. The other thing that they can do is they can mulligan if we run into one of these things. So if we would hit one of these things and die, we could take one of those and spend it to not do that. So the way we win is to gather all of these. So we have to kind of move our compass over all of these things without this guy getting us. I think if he touches us, we die too. Yeah, that's the other thing, is if he ever gets right next to us, that we die.
Okay.
Is that 4 ways to die?
4 ways to die, perhaps. Wait, we said if that runs into something, if
so if this runs out of cards,
if he ends up hitting into, and this, so this compass
that's
is going to be actually scooting around. We're going to be scooting this around the board.
Yeah. So so what'll happen is we're going to play. I'm going to pull out some example cards. We're going to have a hand of cards. In fact, maybe I'll just deal them out. I think we start with 3. And the different colored cards do different things. And it might be worth a little practice to. Let me explain some of the rules. All right, so if you play a green card, you can move the green fellow, who's right here. Mm-hmm. If you'll notice, he's like a cute little kid on one side and like a little demonic pig on the other side.
Yeah, right.
That's also the polarity. Now, I've gone through and sealed these in. These originally had little things clipped to them and little loose batteries. I have sealed them up, so the batteries are sealed inside of these. And I've painted over it. So the positive and negative is just basically based on the image that you see in the miniature. So you got the little kind of weird monster-looking thing is the negative side.
Okay. So
with these things, they move. When you play a card of that color, you get to move that miniature around this perimeter. And there's a number on this card too that'll indicate how many spaces that compass is going to move when we're done.
Okay.
So if I played this, then this would be moving around, and I can also change the polarity by spinning this. And by doing that, I sort of steer this thing around. It's really difficult with Billy Goat so close. But, yeah.
Okay, so he's got his own magnet as well that's affecting it, yeah.
Yeah. So you can take this thing all the way. Where you can't go with this is you can't jump the next kid.
Okay.
And you can't get in the space next to it like that. It has to be a space away. But it can be all the way over here. And you see, even that little bit of magnetic interference, it changes that compass just ever so slightly.
So some of these, whenever we start grabbing the memories, I see they just have it looks like you just are rotating the characters, so that's just something that you could do immediately to affect. Like if it's not your turn to move them or something, if we wanted to, we could probably spin a memory over here and immediately flip one if it made a difference.
Yeah, at any point
That's pretty neat that you can actually see the compass move,
yeah.
Twiddle around a little bit depending on how you're pointing.
That's kind of interesting.
That's cool.
It takes a second to kind of figure out how to steer it effectively. But yeah, at any point in your turn, you can activate those. And I'll pull out the book when we get to playing. So, in fact, I'll do it now. The back of it has a great little extra reference to explain some stuff. The other thing that happens is that at the end of your turn, after you spent your I think we're taking 3. I have to look that up. I think it's 3 actions that you can do.
Okay.
One of them is play a card. That's walk. Another one is whisper, where you can draw back into your hand, and you're going to draw up out of these piles of cards over here.
Okay.
And another one is trade, and with trade is you and I swapping cards.
Okay.
If you play a green card, like I said, you're going to move the green character. There's a yellow one, and there's a blue one, but there's also 2 more. There's a purple. The purple one, you can move this thing as much as you want. You don't move any of these, but this can move without worrying about what... you can move it anywhere you want versus where it's facing.
Okay.
So it ignores the red, which is where you're supposed to go. So you don't have to go the way that compass is pointed. You just put it wherever you want.
Is that for the value of the card, like the number that's on the card?
Right, so that's a 1.
So you can move it 1 space with that card.
I think it's basically 1 through 4. I think it's probably the highest it goes.
Okay.
The red ones, you move this guy 1 direction anywhere you want, and you like this one here, and you turn him whichever direction you want to. So you could move him back and turn him around. Like if you wanted to get at that, and then you move that many spots. Although that would be bad because because 3 spaces would wreck us.
You move the compass 3 spots.
Yeah, And here's the thing, though, when you move. So let's say it was your turn and you played this card. We've turned him around, and but now we have to move 3 spots. So you go 1.
It follows the red one.
Yeah,
Red arrow.
and then you just follow the arrow. 2.
So at that point, you would take the memory.
3. Yeah, you pick the memory.
Oh, it's changing as it goes, though.
Yeah, so you got to follow the arrow. So that actually is a pretty good move. We'll have to remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go 1 space and kind of see how it goes.
Wow.
Pick up the memories if you land on them, and then go to the next space and see how it goes. So you don't just automatically go do just because it happens to be pointing there when you start, because you're going to get closer to these other things. So you got to factor in how their magnetic fields interfere with your plans.
Right. Okay.
So the last thing to know, at the end of your turn, you have what's sort of like an event. You're going to draw one of these cards, and then it's going to go down in one of these rows, and then depending on how many things are in that row, things happen.
Okay.
If the card happens to be a purple one, for every purple card in the you know what? Maybe I'll read these as we go. But as an example, I'll read you the purple one.
Okay.
For every purple card on the display's purple column, move the team 1 space in the direction shown by the compass's red needle. This might result in hitting an obstacle. So this game's going to just move us around on its own. And how much it does it is based on these. And I believe like the red one's going to move him closer to us. And what does the blue do? The blue, every pair of blue cards in the display's blue column, reveal a card from the event deck and add it to the threats display. That's this. On the column matching that color. So that's going to make this threats display a little bit more. For every green pair of cards in this display, a different player must discard a card from their hand. And yellow, for every pair of yellow cards in the display's yellow column, choose a different faceless and rotate it 180 degrees without altering its position. If there are more pairs of yellow cards, you must rotate a different faceless. So that'll cause us to have to rotate these, messing up our plans.
Yeah, getting goofy.
So I think we both got our starting 3. Oh wait, no, that is.
No, I didn't get my third one. I've got 2 in my.
There you go.
Okay.
And I need 1 more. Oh, and I need to look up what our little fellows do. So you've got Casper.
Mm-hmm.
On your turn, before a regular action, you can move 1 memory from its position to any adjacent free space.
That's nice.
If playing with carrier servants, you also move the servant or not. And mine is, on your turn, if you decide to perform a walk action, you can play 2 cards instead of 1. Entirely resolve the first card's effect before playing the second. So I can play 2 cards. I'm Matt. I play 2 cards. I put it on easy as far as the difficulty setting is how many of these you put out. I put it on easy mode because I've lost this like 3 times.
That probably makes sense, especially for a first time playthrough. Sean's third loss. Did you ever win it?
I have won it before.
Okay, cool. So,
I had to keep playing it over and over again.
But when you're remembering a game, that's also a little confusing. Doesn't seem very complicated, but the actual movement's going to be a little confusing. So.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So, like I said, though, we can't just use this right now. Like as he's going to activate, we can't go. Oh wait, let's do this and back on, like move him.
It's before or after an action, and
Right.
this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think technically.
So then he just runs straight into us and kills us.
We got eaten by a billy goat.
That doesn't take long, does it?
No.
Shoot. Well,
You want to try again?
I would like to try again.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try. We're trying to get.
We're gonna do round 2. So let's go ahead and just top. That one's going to be a little easier to get away. Well, let's go ahead and put that one right there. Whatever. All right. So I can change Mr. Billy Goat around, or I can manipulate the blue guy. And now Billy Goat can't go off of the...
yeah, he can't go off the back.
He can't do that circle around thing.
You probably won't be able to get close enough with the blue guy to manipulate it away from the Billy Goat, so you might have to do him first.
The Billy Goat.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So let's go ahead and do the 2 one maybe.
All right.
And now I get to move him 1,
yeah.
right? So obviously want to move him back. And then I can twist him any way I want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. He's not turning it the way I want him to turn it. He can't manipulate enough. Okay, so I guess we're just going to...
Yeah, because the magnetic fields are being drawn by the other ones.
I guess we're just going to have to do that then, aren't we?
All right.
All right.
2.
We're already in danger zone.
And we drew a green one. So we've got 2 of the green ones. I have to lose one of my cards.
You have to, or I do?
I do.
Okay. So it's always the other person.
I think that's the green one. Let's see here.
Yeah, it does. I do remember you saying that.
A different player must discard a card from their hand. So I'm going to discard this,
Okay.
this yellow one. Okay.
You could grab 3.
Yeah, that's actually going to help us later.
Or you could get 2 memories right now.
Yeah, so I'm going to go. My special ability is when I walk, I can play 2 cards.
Okay.
And these purple ones means I can go wherever I want. And I'm going to take advantage of that to kind of get us out of this. And go...
You could gobble up all those center memories.
There's 1. I'll take that. 1, 2, 3. And we got a hat.
But you're playing 2 of them, so don't you have an extra movement?
Well, I did 4.
Oh, you did do 4. Okay.
Yeah, I did 1 and then 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, I see.
So this is the Elm Street one.
Okay.
And this is the hat.
The hat.
The hat.
Which lets you manipulate the
green one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see it on there. Okay. And these get discarded, and then something happens. What happens?
Magic.
Magic happens. Yellow. This is another one that works in pairs, and it would cause us to spin one of these. But we only have 1, so nothing happens.
Okay.
I'm drawing on my next turn.
Well,
so I guess your first move, you could, if you wanted to, you could just put that right there and take it.
Gobble it up. And that'll be the campfire, which looks like...
Discard up to 2 cards from the threats display. Always pick them up starting from the bottom of the column.
Gosh, that almost wouldn't be bad to do right now. Just get rid of the reds.
Yeah, you're always going to have 6. And you could.
Just to keep the Billy Goat from going crazy.
The other thing that's good, though, is these are potentially our hand. So it's kind of a hand management thing, too. So I can go pick up one of these and 2 of these on my next play.
It's true. Are these any 2? They don't have to come from the same stack?
Right. But something to keep in mind, especially later, if this starts getting out of hand.
Okay. All right. Well, so do you think we should just save that for right now?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Wait till it gets more out of hand. So I could play the blue one down.
Yeah, he's pretty close. You could get him. You could draw that thing probably right to it, right?
Perhaps, yeah.
Well, he only moves 2. You've already moved the thing, so
let's go ahead and do the blue.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna manipulate Donkey Boy. Oh God, he's not doing much. Oh, there he goes.
You keep spinning them till you get it.
Because she's having a hard time.
I think you've got some cross fields going here.
I know, like that's not good though. I guess I just need to get
it might come over to you as it gets closer, or it might go to her.
Well, yeah. The problem is if it goes straight this way. You know, I don't want it to go straight into the obstacle.
You could try him a little closer. He's got one more notch.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Oh yeah, boy, he's really fighting those other magnetic fields.
This is funny. Oh goodness. Okay. I had him facing. I had him at least facing out of the way. That's so weird. You really have to manipulate that thing. Now it's not going the same as it was before. Well, should I just go ahead and just get him to a safe zone right now, or?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the other thing is
probably pretty safe.
Because if we did the thing right here.
I'm scared if you go right there, it's going to point at that plant for your second thing, and then we'll end up burning a memory. So you might want to just take.
If it goes down here.
Then it's
going to be attracting to both of them. Yeah, it's going to go right in the middle.
Absolutely. It'll go right down there.
So we'll just point him away?
Yeah. And he'll probably end up right here is my guess. So move the first one.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Nope. Wow. Billy Goat's got him. So he's going to move. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so my move, I'm going to see. You'll get to do Billy Goat next. You can move him around some more.
Yeah, and I've got 3 movements too.
All right, so I'm going to draw up, and I'm taking these purple ones because they're awesome, and I'm going to take one of these red ones to kind of. Oh wait, we didn't do your end of the turn thing.
Oh yeah, we do have to do that.
Oh, I was all excited. Blue.
And blue is...
So we've got 2 of them. And for every pair of blue cards in the display, reveal a card from the event deck and add it to the threats display on the column matching its color.
Okay. It's another green one?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
That's not too bad, I guess.
Yeah.
So on my turn, I'm taking these 2 purple ones and also a red one.
Okay.
And then...
something else happens.
I was going to say, we could... burn one of those to get rid of some of these cards, but maybe not. Maybe it's too early. What do you think? So, we get a green. So you... get rid of 2 cards.
So it'll be my red one.
Yeah.
And that just goes to the discard. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay, so first thing, I want to manipulate a purple thing. Now, these can't scoot. They can't scoot across, can they?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't think so.
Well,
I didn't mention it going across like that. Only the people. I think only our compass can do that.
Maybe I'll just start getting this one out a little bit.
Yeah, get them out from the...
It'd be great if we could start grouping these and just flip through and get a bunch of them.
That would be good if you
protection, and then worry
about this migrating out.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
And then try to shoot through there. That'd be kind of nice.
Now I'll draw cards. I'll green boy. Let's see. It wouldn't be terrible to have the red and 2 greens.
Yeah.
We could get the greens down a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
And the reds are always good.
Yeah, well, especially just to have them out of the way too. Okay. Now we draw.
Your event is
2.
purple, so the compass is
Oh,
going to move.
no. So it has to move 2 in the direction that it's going. So now it's going to bump, and so now we want to get rid of one of these.
I said maybe that green one.
I'm going to have a lot of green manipulation after this. So, yeah. So...
There's one mulligan.
One mulligan. Alright, so now...
Alright, so I can
do some magic.
I can play up to 2. All my cards are really low movement cards, though.
Yeah, that's going to suck. You need to get him away from the billy goat.
I guess that would help you with the green a lot, too. Should I get it over that way? Or are we going to try to thread that needle? Because I can get billy goat pointed away from him enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. You just move him one, and then... Oh, you'll get to move him twice, right?
Well, he moved, but then we move. We get to move him one, and then turn him, and then we get to move one.
Right.
And then I'll get to move...
One additional one.
One additional one anywhere I want, so I can maybe get us out of trouble.
Probably isn't a bad idea.
So I'm going to do the red first, and I'm going to move him a little down here where I don't want to be. Go ahead and get this going up.
Want to keep him away from the border, though? Or, I guess it's not, it's going to have to, it doesn't really matter.
I'm thinking it's going to come back around. I don't want it to end up right here and then be drawn back towards them or something, so I'm going to kind of, I want to send it up towards the middle a little bit more. Okay, hopefully let's see what that does. Okay, so 1.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and that's his. Now this one I can go wherever I want. I'll go and put it over here.
Yeah, it's working out. Alright.
And, alright. So that's my purple. And I've drawn a red. There's only one red. But he is going to turn towards us.
Okay.
I'm coming for you, children. Don't forget to pull a token closer to you, too.
I guess we'll just keep grouping this one in.
Okay.
And I'm thinking if I could use his manipulation, or I could try to. I think he's got the strongest. He's the strongest pull right now, so we'll manipulate him. He'll get to move. He'll move once still, and then we'll move 2 in whatever direction.
Right.
So that pig boy is going to attract him at that point. Well, we're trying to get everything going this way, so let's... It's probably still good to have him over stuck away from... And he'll also help manipulate that field away from the pig a little bit. Oh, he's not doing anything. Okay, now it's just getting stuck.
It's real swingy.
Yeah. Huh. I guess that's how we're going to have to do it. And I'm hoping...
That might work.
Oh, that's getting even better.
That'll work. That'll work.
Okay. That'll do it. And then we'll go 1.
And then 2.
And 2.
That's it, right? It was just a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Okay, we're not dead.
Not dead yet. We still got some saves too.
Oh, we're real close.
And okay, we'll just have to see where it goes on this one, but I will be able to manipulate again.
He's going to turn and move towards us. 2.
Okay, so this might not be too bad. He'll actually move it. He moves 2. Oh, crap. Okay.
He moves for every card we got there. On my turn, I'm going to
draw him up.
Take control of that fella, hopefully.
Yellow.
Got a yellow. All right, so for every 2 yellows, for every pair of yellow cards in the display's yellow column, choose a different Faceless and rotate it 180 degrees without altering its position.
So we basically choose any one of them.
So go. All right. No effect. Awesome.
Okay, so my go.
Yep.
All right, let's just gobble this up since it can move right onto it.
No.
I think I bumped him slightly. This is the rope. And that...
Move an obstacle to another free space. Make sure to respect the rules of setup. So I guess that would let us pivot. The setup means it has the obstacle, one of the parts of the obstacle has to touch that little thing. So the rules of the setup would just be, we can do something like that. As long as one of the things are touching it.
Well,
you can grab that too, and then there'll be nothing to move towards us.
What's that?
You could grab this purple too, and there'll be nothing to cause the thing to move towards us.
That is true.
And then we could, and then you'll be able to move it however you want next time.
That probably wouldn't be terrible to do.
Because on my turn, I can move him.
I might have to discard a card anyways after this. So let's go ahead and do that.
So maybe the best way to go would be I can move him around. Well, we'll see. Let's see what happens here.
It's another green.
Another green. So
which means I have to discard one.
Yeah.
Man.
That's a tough choice.
Yeah, I know. He's in such a problematic area with the green one. Oh, the thing is I could have brought the green one down here and done the polarity away, and that might have helped a little bit.
Well, I'm thinking we bring the green over there, so we
suck him up,
and try to get it moving closer that way.
So should I keep the 3 to do a quick movement?
I would just do the 1 because I think I'm going to get them almost all the way over there.
I guess that's what I meant, is to save the 3 to do the bigger movement on my turn if I manipulate him with that. The 1's safer, but the 3 is more likely that we'll get to get a good play off of it.
All right.
And we can also manipulate that thing and twist it so that it's more open right there. If we wanted to. That's my turn now.
Yeah. So now I'm going to go. I'm definitely going to play this purple one. And I'm going to play this red too, I think. So let's see if I can get us out of this area. I want to try to get us like over here onto this thing if I can. So
when you start moving that red one around, that green one is sucking it towards him too, so something to consider.
So maybe I go this way, a little closer, so I can cause this field to overwhelm his.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I'm just going to go directly away and see if he brings it back. So this is a 2, 1.
That's pretty good.
2. Oh man, it's like I'm driving this thing.
Yeah, it's like you know what you're doing.
And then this purple one I can go wherever I want. So, oh man, I think you got your next move in the bag.
I think I do.
We'll see what happens though. This is looks like a Walkman. That's the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
And it looks like maybe...
Choose a player. That player draws cards from the threats display until they're back to exactly 3.
And that could be good for skipping a draw turn.
So these go here. Okay. He's going to move. He's going to turn it to us. I see you. You can't hide from me, children.
At least we're in a good position with the green one.
Yeah, I think we're all... Oh man, we're about to win. We only need a couple. Now don't forget, little doggy, you can pull those things out.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to use Casper's manipulation because I think I'm going to be able to do some circling around the board here, and we're going to play the 3 movement with the pig boy. So we'll bring him, when we want this to be able to go probably in this space right here. you know, I could try to get it, if it's one more over, I think it'll come over into these two spaces. So let's see if we can manipulate.
But you want it to go over the memory. It's right next to.
Right, but if right now it's coming out right here. Mm-hmm. If I had it over here, oh yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Oh, because wherever it comes off the board, it's going to go off of that thing. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Oh, he's not manipulating as well as I'd hoped he would. Oh, it's so close. Damn you.
He might point more towards them as after it moves a little closer too. You know.
Well, we know the positive is this direction, right?
Yeah. So that maybe.
So he would go here and then maybe point that way right afterwards. So we can try for it. Worst case scenario, we're going to skip this one. So we'll try for it. And now what's going on? Is he going off the board or is he going...
That to me looks like it's on the line.
Okay. Because there's not really a line there, but yeah, it is pretty darn... So that's 2.
Well, it was pointed right at this like little triangular gap. That's 2, and then it's pointed at him, so it's going to end up over here.
We're going to put the book down and manipulate the blue later. So now he's going to come through here, and...
You should end up right there.
Yeah, either 2 spots. Is that how that works? Because these 2 are kind of right in front of the...
yeah, probably.
But I want to put them right here, because I don't want to mix the obstacle. So that's 3. Not too bad.
Not bad, sir.
Not too bad. And we do have any manipulations if we need to for things before I do this. We've got quite a few memories down right now. I could cause you to just draw up 3, draw up cards.
Well, that might help me move them around.
You want to just go ahead and that way you don't have to spend a turn drawing
cards?
Yeah,
we should use some of these special abilities to finish this up.
Because the only other thing is, well, it's probably going to move, so...
So maybe I could take a blue card and another red card.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that.
That way...
We know he's not going to...
He's not going to move. And I can manipulate that blue, hopefully, to make him grab that other thing.
How much is your blue movement? 2?
It's 2.
Yeah. Okay.
I could probably make that happen.
We're pretty close.
He's so close to him. All right, but we're going to be skirting our way around this thing.
I know. We do still have that manipulation, too, to maneuver.
Yeah, where's the pivot point on this one?
Ooh,
yeah,
that's really nice.
Yeah, so we could move it out of the way.
You could move it completely out. You could get it all the way twisted around.
But we're still going to have to dogleg around through there unless we come back out or something.
Well, just keep in mind I can keep manipulating that thing on my turn so I can get it out more in the middle.
All right, so I can move 2 things. Did we do the end of the turn for you? I don't think we did. No, because we used that. That kind of threw me off a little bit. Okay. So we've got 4th green.
Shoo.
So you had to get rid of 2 cards, but you only have 1.
Okay.
I guess maybe you should have drawn that. Oh, well. And,
do a lot of pig manipulation after this.
I'm definitely going to need to move the blue around. And I think I'll probably do one of those too. Alright, so the blue one's the tricky one, and it's first.
Well, you could probably get it where it just goes like 2 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I want to make sure it doesn't shoot off the board or something weird. Alright. So the first one is a blue. It's going 1, 2.
Buckle my shoe. What we get?
We got the
Little hair
Well, hair thing.
Hairband. Let's manipulate the yellow.
Well, now I want to spend the blue token and turn him again.
Well, we still have that one that you could do in this manipulation one if you want to just move the obstacle around.
Well, I've got this thing, right? I've got this other card to play. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he's going to have any effect. I'm going to turn him around anyway. Yeah, he's not really changing anything. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to kind of do that. And it only moves one, so I felt like it was pretty safe to maybe kind of get it out of there. All right.
Okay.
So, now a card happens, and it's purple. So...
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh, so we move one space right to here. Right? Well, it's hard to say what the... I think this is the opposite end.
Yeah, that's the opposite end. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Does that just put us right into him?
Well, I don't think it has to be on him. It looks like it would just, it'd just be right here.
Yeah. Oh, boy, he's really close now.
And I have to draw.
I have a red one with a 3, so I can get him away from us.
We could also use the purple to move it one more further away from him before we did anything.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We also can manipulate that.
Because you can move him, just put him back. Because one more away is back over to the other side.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. But, okay.
Wasn't it like that?
I guess so, yeah.
I think it actually was like right here.
Yeah, right there. Okay. Okay, safe enough. Alright, and then I'll just draw 3. I guess I'll get the pig guy. Should I do 2 pigs and a purple? That's what I'm thinking. 2 pigs and a purple.
2 pigs and a purple, sir. And we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do I always have to draw them off the top of the stack?
Huh? I think so. I think you start from the bottom. And I drew back up to our 6. That doesn't cause him to move or anything.
Wait, where did that red one come from?
I drew back up to our 6.
Oh, you're saying you have to... yeah, that's right.
You have to be whatever you start with, but it doesn't make it move anymore.
Okay. Fair enough. Now I do the end of... Wait, yeah, the end of thing. Yeah.
And the end of round.
Okay.
So he moves...
3.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's wrong. It goes right here. It goes right here. So he turns towards us and moves twice.
3, doesn't he?
He moves once for every card.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm looking at the 3 number. Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Well, it gets a little confusing back and forth with that. Okay, so... you know, I think I might be better off drawing. I never discarded my cards.
Just draw up the reds?
Just draw up those reds so you can't move.
Mm-hmm.
And or can't move as much. And then I'll have complete control over what he's doing.
Unless we want to just discard the 2 reds, you could do that too.
Well, we might want to save those last 3.
Okay.
For even though I bet we get this.
Well, I was just thinking in case you wanted to be able to draw up for your turn.
So you got a bunch of greens.
So you've got stuff to do. Otherwise, you'll just do a bunch of red stuff, which I guess isn't too bad. But
I want to take 1 red and 1 green in case we need help over there.
Okay.
We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got to add another one.
Ugh.
Jeez.
You can still discard 2 if you want.
Should have taken them both. Yeah, let's just do.
Just go ahead. It's probably worked out really well, actually.
Okay, and then my end of turn event moves 1.
That's not bad, huh?
Yeah, that would have been terrible. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going.
Yep.
And I want to move this out further. I guess just get it away from the obstacle. And then obviously I'm going to do the pig movement. And I guess we'll just do the 3 pig movement. Pig boy.
Hello, piggy.
You are only known by your dark side, the pig. Okay. It has to be 1 away. Ooh, I didn't think about that. I didn't really think about the fact that it had to be...
Oh, and the blue's got such an influence on it right now.
Oh, that might be really problematic. I think that's just pulling them off. So how's that work? Is he...
So he'd be going off the board.
But is he going through the direction of the pig?
So I'd say I always use these little notches. So he's going through this notch and over to this notch.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but then he's going to turn. The arrow's going to turn around when he gets over here because this is the negative side. So the red's going to spin back around and he's going to come back. Is it 2? How many?
3.
3.
For some reason I was...
So it might go back and forth if you do it just right.
Doesn't make any difference over here, does it? Oh, shoot. I messed that one up. Okay, yeah, you might just go back and forth.
Let's see what happens.
Because if he goes there, then I'm trying to...
There's nothing to run into if he kind of pops over to the other side, and I'm pretty sure that's the negative side. It's going to spin him back around the other way.
The thing is, he's moving 3, so he would go out, here, out. He would end up behind him.
Yeah, but I can control where he goes.
I'm just wondering if it makes a difference if I were to put it further down, but it's not really. But it might. No, it's still going to just pop back and forth. Bollocks. Oh man, that is... It's just so close to being on that line thing.
Yeah. Oh, I'd call that the line. That's pointed at that little corner.
Okay. So if we go 1...
Oh,
that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, 2... Oh, that's not good. Okay.
And 3... Is that going to be like right here? I mean, that's
I think it's right here.
Well, if you follow that line all the way down, it comes to right here.
Oh, I was looking at the gear holes. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Well, one way you can do that, and the other way you can't. Like, you can't do it sideways for some reason as well. All right.
That wasn't great. Okay.
Is that 3?
I forgot about that stupid blue guy manipulating them. Yeah, because it moved that second weird movement right there.
Purple. So it's going to move 1 spot.
Oh, that's nice. Right here.
Right back.
That's what we want.
Okay. So I took a green. And I've got 2 red 3s. Ooh, boy.
I guess you could just manipulate them to continue up this direction right here and get away from that blue. Oh, and you can do the red too.
Let's see. I'll try it. Hopefully I'm not killing us. We got a mulligan left. We got 2 mulligans left.
2 mulligans left, yeah.
Alright, so for the green one. This way. This way. See?
Ooh, that really pointed it. Yeah, I guess that's probably good. It's going closer.
1. And then the red one.
Well, if you can just get it to where it'll circle back at all towards him, even if it doesn't land on this on my turn, I can pop it over if it's next to him. If it doesn't go off the board, but he's also going to be attracted to him right away.
Yeah, I don't seem to be close enough to really manipulate him too much. He's going to move 3, so he's going to end up back over here, I think. Let's see where he goes. He won't die. So 1. That looks like it's going that way.
It's right on the line, so you can
2.
choose. Wait, actually, let's see. Hang on,
Is it
put it
on?
right there. That's pretty right on the line, so you could go that
2.
way. But then at this point, it's kind of. Sorry, it's kind of going more this direction, so it might pop all the way over.
Yeah, maybe like 3 right here. Well, we're not.
He was right here. Didn't you say, wouldn't he be following the line? Is that what you were saying before? If it popped out here.
It's supposed to be the opposite, but
I don't know.
It made more sense on this way. Maybe not.
Because if it was, if it was right here and it was going off the board.
See right here.
If we're just going in lines.
Oh, right. So he would be right at the other side. That makes sense. All right. So there's my 2 and yellow. So we got to turn one of these the opposite way. Maybe this yellow one. Oh, it has to be one that's not yellow.
Oh, I think I could get it on this next one because I've got the purple.
So I'll turn him the opposite of what he is. Okay.
Because I get to do it whatever direction, is that right? With the purple?
Yeah, any direction you want.
Yeah. So then, do I need to do the manipulation of this first, or can I do it after doing my card play?
Yeah, do it first.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter then at that point because I just pop it right here, and then we just pop across.
Pop. And we got it.
And we got it.
We saved all the memories.
We saved the memories.
We saved little Mikey or whatever his name was.
Timmy.
Timmy.
Timmy! I remember who I am now.
Timmy, you're safe. We saved you from the faceless billy goat man.
This is a fun little, I would call this it's like
this definitely has a gimmick.
It's a toy game.
Yeah.
It really feels like a toy that you're playing with, and you're, I don't know, it is, a kid would probably be more confused with how this is, like a young child, 8 or whatever, something like that, which 10-year-old could probably handle this, but, might be, I think, fair, probably 10 and up or something like that, but it's got enough of it was, even for adults, it's complicated to figure out how, but it does have it's very toy-like, though, how you're playing with those things, so that's neat.
I'll have to look up how the edge, that was a little confusing, where the going off of one side isn't so obvious where the other side is, except right in the middle.
See, what I thought you were saying originally was that these little gear notches, I thought it had to come out in the opposite gear notch.
Well, that's sometimes when they're at an angle or in a weird spot, that's what I was using to measure it. But sometimes it seems really obvious,
that they just go the opposite side of the line.
But I think it just depends. Right here, there isn't such a straight across. Yeah,
so there's probably some little goofy things that we probably got wrong on that, but it's neat to play with, though. It's definitely a I don't know, like a break or something, or in between all these other commonly used mechanism games, and here's something totally different for you to kind of relax that part of your brain and do something else that's a little more, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not super thinky. It's more just
well, it's sort of a
yeah.
puzzle, and you do think. I mean, there is a bit of yeah, you really just don't know for sure where the compass is going to go, especially when there's conflicting magnetic fields. But with some practice, you kind of feel clever when you figure out a way to kind of make that little compass go where you want it to go.
Yeah, it's neat. It's definitely a neat little game.
You're definitely going to need maybe a practice game.
Yeah, we certainly did.
to kind of get used to how to move it around. But
yeah, it's very dangerous very quickly though.
This game came and went. Like, it was up there. Some people were talking about it. I got interested. I bought in, watched the Rado video and everything. He ran through it. And
loved it. He loved it.
How much game? Yeah, it is. So then I bought it.
He's
and then nobody ever talks about it anymore. Like, this is... And I made a review of it. Very low viewer count. I don't know if anybody's even... Are you there watching this?
I think this is a fun game for this time of year, though, when everybody's pulling out all these weird little spooky themed games. And like, hey, you want to play like, you know, this weird, like, it kind of does have that feeling like you're playing through a little kids spooky movie or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, the artwork is it's kind of chibi.
Yeah.
It's a lot more chibi with the big heads and little bodies and stuff than I usually like. But it's interesting. It's not bad. It doesn't really stay too long. It can be over really quick, especially if you lose.
Yeah, right.
But the quality of the products overall is pretty good. There was some like this guy was a little bit too big to actually fit in these circles and would move the obstacles around was one of the things people complained about. Yeah. And there were some of the expansions and stuff that didn't quite work and stuff. But it's a neat game. It's not a must-have. But if you see a good deal on it, definitely pick it up because it's very unique. And it's different from, it'll stay in my collection just because it's so different from everything else.
Yeah, very different. And the color scheme looks really, really nice with how he's painted it here too, where he's got the matching color scheme to the board. A lot of like mystic purples and greens and little poppy pinks and stuff.
It really took up the quality because it's so colorful. That playing with the little gray miniatures on there just like really drug it down.
Yeah,
like even if you dipped it and did just like a colored wash, it would be better.
I couldn't even imagine wanting to play without it painted now after having played it. Yeah, like it would look very bland really quick.
Yeah, and it didn't take much to paint them. They painted up real easy.
But that's with the miniatures too, though. And you said there's colored cardboard pieces you could have used in place of these. Right?
Well, of these things, of the obstacles, but not the characters. So.
Yeah. Well, they came out good. Now these were was this a speed paint thing too?
Yes. Yeah, I did it last year.
Yeah, they came out. They came out really good though. They really painted up really well with the speed paints. So.
Well, they're neat. They're neat, bizarre little characters and stuff. So.
Yeah, well
it's
done.
Fun.
Yeah,
thank you.
Production. Sorry to cut you.
No problem. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We sure appreciate it. If you'd like to see more playthroughs, we've got a playlist right there. Over there, something YouTube thinks you'll like. Be sure to subscribe to both our channels. We'd love to see you again and click like on the way out. Enjoy your games. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.